Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Night Watch podcast. I am Nick. This is Noah. And for the fourth time, we have Stripes back on. We have a special episode for you guys today. These two guys over here, they love Avatar. It is their favorite show of all time. And I, for the first time, just watched their season 1. So in this episode, we're going to do my first time watch season 1 review and their rewatch of season 1. And then we also just got a little a segment at the end that you guys should stay for. But most of the video is going to be Avatar, and we're going to get right into it. I feel like I should maybe start it off since
I agree.
It's my first time watching it. The first thing I noticed when I was watching it was like, I probably noticed this honestly, like in the first episode, I was like, I kind of see why it's so beloved. Like the vibes are just there. Like when I watch it, like it just feels so lighthearted at the start, but they also mix it so well with, like it being a Nickelodeon cartoon and mixing that with just so many of like the war and genocide, all that, but it still makes it feel lighthearted in some way. They do a good job of mixing those two things, so it's not too
both a kid show and has a very serious and compelling story to tell.
Yeah. So do you guys? I know you talked about it. Do you want to do it so we like kind of go like throughout the whole season, or should we just like throw?
Let's go down the line. Let's go down.
Okay.
I think every episode has at least something valuable.
Okay. I gotta try to remember. I didn't write down notes for every specific episode, so that's what's gonna be hard.
First episode is Boy in the Iceberg.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember like specific things I liked about it. So I think we honestly probably should just like do broad and then just kind of talk about it from there.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I thought the groundwork overall was great. Like I can tell that this season was really setting up certain aspects of each character, and it's probably going to get better. Like one of the things I knew going into this, I've talked to you about, was I knew that Zuko was going to have a redemption arc, but you can really see the groundwork in specific episodes for that. And one thing I really liked, and this was a big one, I believe, in The Storm, which is one of my favorite episodes, is Aang's like guilt of like leaving and just like the whole get into the iceberg situation. It's kind of plants seeds for that, and there's a couple episodes where it touches on it, mainly being in The Storm, and I'm excited to see where that goes, and if like that's gonna be something that he deals with throughout the whole show. Katara, I was talking to you guys, Katara, like through the first like 8 episodes, or I don't know how many we watched like the first time.
Yeah, something like that.
She was probably my favorite character. It's now Zuko. after The Storm and the Blue Spirit for sure. Oh my god. She also did some stuff in like the middle of the season. Like I think in the what was it? The Jet episode.
Yeah.
She was kind of making me mad during that episode.
Bro, just wait, bro.
You guys can.
I know, but
you guys are just like waiting for me.
I've already had this conversation with him that there's something that happens later on that really pisses me off that she does. So like,
we'll see. Well, that was like the only thing that really got to me. I still like her. She's still one of my favorite characters. I thought a lot of the Spirit World stuff was really interesting. How all the lore episodes, like when I was looking through what my favorite episodes were, a lot of it was kind of like the emotional storytelling episodes. The lore episodes were the main ones, and the backstory episodes. Those are like the main stuff from season 1 that I really liked. Then I thought the Fire Nation was so interesting. Just seeing like just their control, like how they go about in their control of everything, and just seeing all the other nations. I like how each like nation is such a specific like atmosphere. Like it just feels so different everywhere you're in, especially in like the water tribes, and like in the last episodes, like the atmosphere is just so good. It just feels so great. But those are like kind of like the overall things I have from just what I noticed throughout season 1.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite episode?
Probably the finale. It's kind of a
Siege of the North.
Yeah.
I mean,
I actually have my top 5 episodes. I'll just say them real quick. I don't have them in any order, but these would be the top 5. It's episode 19 and 20, so the penultimate and
Siege of the North part 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's part 1 and part 2. Yep.
I mentioned the Blue Spirit and the Storm, and then also Winter Solstice part 2.
Okay.
Would probably be my top 5. I don't know what your guys would be, if there's any like I'm missing.
5? I can look at
Blue Spirit. Did you mention Blue Spirit?
You said Blue Spirit.
Sorry, I was checking my audio.
Blue Spirit. I think my favorite's the finale, and then I think my second and third are Blue Spirit and the Storm.
Blue Spirit is my absolute favorite in the season 1. Like it's incredible. I think the stuff. I mean, first of all, just the reveal, because at the start you don't know who the Blue Spirit is, and it's this insane okay, it's a new character introduction. They introduced the Yu Yan, the archers, and you get a lot of characterization for Zhao, and it's stuff going with Aang, and then it happens right after the storm. So to see the storm where it's all about Zuko and Aang's backstories, and then go to an episode where they work together to escape that prison, I think it's incredible.
One thing
escape sequence.
I actually literally wrote like a couple things down just because I wanted to talk about the episode a little bit. One of my favorite scenes in the whole show is at the end of the Blue Spirit when Aang is talking to Zuko and he's saying while he's like knocked out, like telling him like, could we have been friends in another world or something? Because in the storm episode, which was right before,
right before,
a lot of that, it was like a back and forth between Zuko and Aang and kind of just showing what they deal with, like what is going on in their head. Like that is the main episode where it shows you Aang's guilt, and then it shows you Zuko's backstory and everything that he's going through and why his motivations for what he does, and just seeing both of those sides and seeing that they're both kind of traumatized kind of in their own way. It's kind of like I thought that was like a good like parallel between the two in that whole episode. And then you go into the Blue Spirit and then he saves Aang, but mainly because he just doesn't want he wants to be the one that captures the Avatar. But it's still good, like especially when you look at all the seeds they're planning for his redemption. Like I believe in the storm. During the storm, he kind of shows compassion a little bit. How he he was saving the people that were like falling from like the top of the ship.
The helmsman who's at the top of the ship.
He falls and saves them at that whole moment. But yeah, those two episodes back to back, like that's when. Like I like the Winter Solstice Part 2. Every other episode, actually, I liked episode 3 too, just because that was like when that's when it really showed you, like Nick started mixing like the war, how serious it is. That's because like the first two were just all lighthearted, like this is a Nickelodeon show. And then the third one's where it mixes it. But besides those two, I thought every other episode up to that point was like solid. I give most of them 7s. Like they had some good stuff in it, but they weren't like amazing to me. But the Storm and the Blue Spirit were the two where I was like, okay, these are like at least 9s. These are really good episodes. But yeah, those two are really great. Yes. So I agree.
There's a couple of really good things that you mentioned. There's also a parallel between when Aang is talking to Zuko after the at the end of the Blue Spirit episode, and then in the season finale when he's talking to him in the cave during the blizzard. Like the roles are reversed. Like Zuko's talking to Aang when Aang's knocked out, and like they both share their feelings when the other one's like knocked out, which I thought that was interesting.
I'm really excited. Like obviously I know he's gonna have a redemption arc, and I'm sure that at some point they're gonna like work together in some way. I'm really excited to see that because I think they're just so interesting. I see some potential there for some like crazy good dialogue between the two. So I'm really hoping.
One of the things I forgot that one of the seeds they planted was when Iroh gets captured by those Earthbenders, and then Zuko realizes that Iroh has been captured. He decides to go search for him instead of, even though he sees Appa fly by, like it's planting that seed that like Zuko's not completely obsessed with like just redeeming himself. He's also like he cares for Iroh.
I noticed that too. It was good. Iroh, I really enjoyed his stuff about showing how much he cares about Zuko. Like I believe it was in episode 19, the penultimate, that he says something like, I see you as a son. I believe it was that episode.
Yeah, I think it is. Either that or the finale, because it's when he's getting off the ship.
It's one of the two.
It's the finale part 1, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's the penultimate. But I really like that. I liked him a lot more towards the second half of the season, just seeing how much he cares about Zuko and their like whole like side plan. One thing that I really do also like about the Blue Spirit episode is you kind of see some hints into like Zuko when he's kind of like by himself. He's not with the Fire Nation doing his own stuff, just outside of that. And we're probably gonna get a lot of that in season 2, just from like how that all ended and stuff. So I'm excited to see a lot more of just him on his own. But yeah, it was great. And then Iroh's been good. I mean, my overall score for season 1. Well, actually, my least favorite episode. I know this is like common. I was like looking into it. I think it's definitely the Great Divide. Like that was definitely the weakest episode.
Hands down, the Avatar fandom agrees that is the worst episode of the show.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's horrible. I just think that it feels like a generic kids show when pretty much every other episode is so much more than that. We talked about some of the stuff that Avatar does in terms of setting up certain things for characters and the world building and stuff like that. I think the number one thing Avatar does that has over everything else is the character beats, the moments that they give where characters have these defining moments that show who they are, what their goals are, what they believe in, certain aspects of them. You really learn about these characters. And that's something that I don't know, especially a kid's show. I don't know if I've ever seen anything come close to how well Avatar is, how good Avatar is at that, how amazing that is. So yeah, and the Great Divide, it's lacking. And the characters don't feel exactly how they are because Katara and Sokka are kind of just having issues in it, and they don't really have an agency. Aang is really the only one who feels mostly normal.
Yeah.
And
he's the only one that really got some sort of like development out of it, just dealing with the whole he's kind of acting like the Avatar in a way, like he's the person that's supposed to,
which is cool. Like he should be a mediator.
Yeah, they're said it does a little bit of world building because it's showing you that the Avatar is supposed to be like the great mediator, like bring peace, like that's what his purpose is. So like it does do that. It just unfortunately there's a lot of like
Also, I just thought the way it ended was really dumb.
Yeah. Oh, his story he tells
the fib.
It's like fake story. You know what, guys? We've hated each other for so long. You know what? Just because that story, it's fine. Like we'll just go our way.
I like the idea because in a sense, a lot of arguments between two parties are inherently stupid and they're arguing for no reason.
True.
So there are a lot of arguments that if people actually were willing to resolve it, they could end that easily. So I do like it for that part, but the fact that you're right, like it's supposedly this 100-year feud between these two tribes essentially, and they're just like, yeah, okay, this Avatar kid told us a story, and now we're just gonna be fine with it.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, I'll just go into like that's like I guess the one negative I had. That was the only episode that I just didn't really like that much. Every other episode had like brought some sort of positivity to the show. And then I guess the only other really negative I put down was that I do feel like some episodes, like they do kind of that side quest kind of vibe where it like kind of goes off like from like, you know, getting like him mastering waterbending, and it just took a while to get there. But like I said, a lot of those side quest episodes, you still get some good stuff from them. It's not like it's like terrible, but it just kind of felt like it was.
There's a lot of character.
There was like and if it did it one time, like it like for example like. I don't know, like the Storm and the Blue Spear. I think like we all agree that those are like two of the three best episodes in that season. The episodes like right after and right before were both like they're fine. Like I'd give them like 7s. Like that's fine. But when you have like a stretch of those episodes, it's then it's where it's like okay, let's keep it going here. So that had happened a couple of times. That's my really only negative besides the Great Divide not being great.
I think what. Like the part you're talking about too, especially is the start where it's a lot of, like you said, side questing essentially, but that's almost what Aang really wants to do. So they point out in like one of the first episodes,
I was talking to you like, dude, bro gets distracted, so like you need to lock in, bro.
And
but also that makes sense though for his character.
Yeah,
because one thing I like that they constantly like tap on is the fact that he doesn't really want this responsibility.
No, he wants to be a kid.
Yes, and then that really sucks to throw that on a kid, but so you kind of get it, and that does fit well with it. But still, I want to see like the plot keep progressing, you know. But
another episode we have not mentioned that I want to give a shout out to was the Warriors of Kyoshi.
Warriors.
Yeah,
is that episode 4?
I think it's 4. Yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes. Cool. It might be my top.
I gave
5.
it a high 7, I think. So
really,
like, so it was good.
I guess maybe it's just because.
Here, let me. I gave it 8.2.
Yeah, I think I gave it like a 7.9 or something. It was high.
I did not give like individual grades, but if I'd give one right now, I'd probably be like an 8.5.
Cool.
I really enjoyed that episode. I think it does some building for the future that, I mean, obviously, like since I've seen the whole show, I know, but there's some stuff that it does. I think it's like really good. It also, I think it does a lot of character development for Sokka.
Yeah,
like you see him grow a lot.
I think the Sokka was my favorite part of that episode.
He starts off as the sexist piece of shit. And then that episode is quickly just smacks him into place. And Suki's like, yeah, there are girls that are better at fighting than you are.
Yeah,
wake up call.
Yeah,
and it's really good for him.
I agree, and also I loved that you get at the end when they're starting to set their village on fire, and like they're starting to fly away, and they could easily get away, and Aang like hops off to get onto the Unagi to like have it like rain down the water on the village to stop the fire. It just shows like Aang's character.
They're a good person.
Yeah, like
Aang's a good person.
He genuinely cares about everyone and everything.
And you get a similar motion in the Jet episode, where Sokka is so focused on protecting that village, even it's a Fire Nation village or a colonized, I should say, Fire Nation village. But he's so focused on like, no, that's not right. I don't care that the Fire Nation. These are innocent civilians.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're right. Like they didn't have to do any of that. So it is a big part of building their characters. Like our main cast of Aang, Sokka, and Katara are all hugely important people in the world, but also there's really strong character beats, very great moral compasses.
I know you mentioned it before with the world building. I had wrote down for one of my positives. I think the world building is extremely good in this first season. They introduced you to so many different tribes, like the Kyoshi warriors, like even the spirit world, the northern water tribe, the southern water tribe. There's just so much, and there's so much that you've yet to explore too. So I just thought that was really good and interesting. And then I kind of want to talk about these last 3 episodes too. I didn't even shout out like the third to last episode,
the Waterman Master. I was going to say, you said your top 5. I have a top 5 as well.
If that's in there. It's
pretty definitive. My favorite is the Blue Spirit, followed by the finale, the Siege of the North Part 2, then the Siege of the North Part 1, then the Storm, and then in 5th is the Waterbending Master, the third to last.
Good episode.
That is my favorite episode, definitely of the first season for Katara.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was saying, like, Katara was my favorite, then it was Zuko. Katara is definitely my second favorite after that episode. Cool. Like, really, that whole arc, I thought she was great.
Yeah.
Sokka was good in that arc, like, whole arc, too.
The only thing, so, like, Sokka's great in it, but he's mostly paired with Yue for a lot of it.
I really like this.
You like it? Okay, I was gonna say, to me, that's what holds it back from being a 10 out of 10. Because
really? You didn't like it?
It feels too rushed. I wish they had, like, one more episode where it could feel more like Yue was torn between her feelings for Sokka and her duty as the princess of essentially of the Northern Water Tribe. They just kind of feel flip-floppy with it a bit. Yeah. And it's not horrible, but it could be better is how I see it.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was one of my positives for her. I really liked that. I really liked her sacrifice in the last episode.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I think that's one of the more emotional moments of the entire season, and it kind of made me feel for Sokka a little bit. So
Absolutely.
I like that. Like I think Sokka and Katara were both like at their best in that whole like arc. So I really liked all of that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think even Aang. I have a point about that.
Aang, everyone was good too.
I was gonna say it's all so.
I just wanted to highlight them too because I feel like they got overshadowed.
So we don't even talk about it. It's like one of my favorite parts of the finale is Ko.
Yeah, the spirit world is so freaking weird, and Ko is the freaky weird part of the spirit world.
And he like you finally get to see Aang like lock in. Like that's like the first time I think we really truly. I mean, other than the times when like
he's needed to save.
Yeah, like or like Roku's taken over like his body, or he's like gone into the Avatar state, like that type of stuff. Like obviously he's locked in, but like this is the first time we've seen like Aang as Aang. Yeah. Truly lock in.
I need to take care of this or else the Northern Water Tribe is going to be destroyed. So I need to go find this information, and it's going to be dangerous for me. I could apparently get my face stolen, I've been told. So, but he's like, I need to take care of it. Yeah.
By the way, if I win there, I'd be freaking out.
No chance. I'm losing my face.
That dude is the scary, like the dude. I can't with
the way he like he changes his face.
He also tries to scare him too.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would get got so easily.
Yeah. Though I mean, there was one moment like where he realizes like something needs to go back.
It's when Ko tells him who the spirits are. He talks about how they're constantly in a dance with each other, and then that's when Aang like bell goes off. He's like, oh yeah, that's what that is.
He has the excitement and then locks back in.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, you gotta be careful.
Dude, the spirit world is so awesome. And then it's cool. We get to see the panda Heibai come back, so then Heibai can take him back to the mortal world.
There's connection.
Yeah,
they come back. I like that. So I want to talk about, because you brought up the Waterbending Master episode. So there's a parallel in that I wanted to bring up. In the I don't remember if it's at the end of the first episode or the start of the second. I want to say it's the start of the second when they come back from the ship. They were trapped in that cell, and then it shot off a flare, and they get back to the Southern Water Tribe. Sokka leads it, but their whole village agrees to banish Aang.
Yeah.
And Katara is like pleading with them, and then she says, well, if he's banished, then so am I, or something like that. Like she's saying, like, I'm banished too. So she's essentially, that point is, it's like, I'm ride or die with Aang. Like I believe in him as a person, and like I believe in his, like, what he needs to do. Like he obviously has this sort of chosen one position he's in. So that happens, and then all the way once you get to the waterbending master, and when he goes to learn from Master Paku with Katara, and then there's the whole reveal of Paku saying, "We don't teach women how to bend." Aang, first of all, Katara is rightfully mad, and then Aang is like, "Then I'm not going to learn from you."
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing flipped. It just shows you how much they both buy into each other and care about each other.
Yeah.
And I love that for their character dynamic.
They also did so much of like the whole love interest thing between them, between both of them throughout different episodes.
Specifically in the fortune teller.
Yeah, the fortune
Yeah,
teller.
that episode was
does a lot.
really fun.
That was
that is a fun episode.
I liked
Yeah.
that a lot. I gave that a 9. Like, I
Dude,
really like
another one of my episodes that we haven't favorite episodes that we haven't talked about. I mean, I just love the whole season. It's my favorite show, so I love
Whole show.
everything in it. But when he learns from
John.
yes,
The Deserter is a good episode.
The Deserter is a great episode. Like
is.
it also, the dialogue from John when he's talking about fire, how like it's the most unstable element because like water and earth are
Water is we say like
cool and healing, and then earth is like
steady and stable.
and it doesn't move without a bender moving it.
Yeah.
But fire, like once someone like opens that bottle, fire can spread and have a life of its own.
He even refers to it as savagery
Yeah.
multiple times. So it's
He when Katara realizes that she has healing powers, also a great part of the episode.
Yeah.
He talks about how like he's he's envious of
He
her because
very
like
much wishes
he's like in this constant torment and fight with the fire.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting how like, especially when they show the difference between him and Zhao, because like Zhao's like he's power obsessed. He wants to like do as much as he can with fire, and John realizes like how
he's so jaded and dejected by fire.
He realizes how like how much damage and like how unstable it can be, and he doesn't want anything to do with it really. There's just such a like the yin and yang between that I think is awesome.
Yeah, it's a great parallel between them. And I was also going to say it's cool to see that this is the second time we've seen a former general of the Fire Nation, being Iroh being the first, although he's obviously still is a part of the Fire Nation, but pretty much just because he's with Zuko. But you get to see them both emphasize that firebending comes from the breath. And I think that's kind of a cool thing that they can both, first of all, agree on that, but also disagree with how, because Iroh's not jaded with fire. He understands the value of it. He's still fine with being a firebender. It's a big part of his identity. But obviously, we said Zhang is so he wishes he wasn't. He genuinely hates that he's stuck in that situation essentially. So it's cool to see both different perspectives while also sharing something between them. It almost proves that firebending does come from the breath.
What's also interesting about fire is that they touch on this kind of throughout the show. It's the only element that is created by the bender.
Yeah, everything else
is like natural. It comes from the earth or whatever. Like they're surrounded obviously by the air, and like Katara has to carry water with her to be able to bend it. Like she can't just make water. That's like the fact that like fire is the only one that can be like created is also interesting.
Yeah.
I really liked is he Admiral Zhao or General Zhao?
He's Admiral. He's Admiral.
Starts off as captain. Well, he's referred to as captain in the third episode, and then because Zuko calls him that, and then he's like commander actually. And Iroh's like, oh, congrats on the promotion.
Yeah.
And then he gets promoted in the Blue Spirit. That's how he gets the Yuyan archers to work with him, but he becomes Admiral Zhao. I
like his I feel like he steadily became a bigger antagonist as the season went on, which I really liked. And we can talk about like one of the. I really like the finale and the penultimate with him, but in the episode you guys were talking about where they're talking about how like he pretty much goes into rage and they can't control it and like all this stuff, and then Aang uses that against him and their fight. I really liked that. I like how it shows you that that just how he acts and how just this horrible stuff he does in the last finale. I really like that escalation because when it first starts, it's kind of just like Zuko is the antagonist, like he's the main guy,
definitely.
and then it kind of like kind of switches, like it kind of like goes like this, I guess. With this is going, Zuko like steadily is becoming like they show the backstory, they show all this stuff, and then Zhao is just like going like up.
Yeah.
When it gets to the second.
Yeah,
half
it was
of the
definitely
season.
your main antagonist of season 1.
Yeah.
For the latter half.
Yeah, so I really liked how that switched off.
You brought up the point with Zhao in the finale part. It's another one of my favorite moments in the
Dude, the finale is. I feel like you can name like every single character as such a good moment. In
Iroh, when he confronts Admiral Zhao when he's like trying to kill the moon spirit, it's you've never seen him be so angry. He's
puts in
always been
work.
this so like chill, this really kind-hearted person. It's a really big part of his identity. And in that moment, he takes it so seriously. And I think it's this really cool thing that he's so like entranced with the idea that you don't mess with the spirits.
Yeah.
You do not do any. And so he's like, whatever you unleash on that spirit, I will unleash on you tenfold. He's so, like I said, just locked in on like, don't mess with that. Like, leave the spirits alone.
Yeah.
I think it's a really big defining moment for Iroh as well.
It's also like the reveal that like Zhao's planning on killing the moon spirit is such a good twist too, because like you think obviously he's just going there because he's just trying to capture Aang. That's kind of been the whole thing like of the whole season is the Fire Nation trying to capture him. But then when he reveals like no, he has like a deeper, darker, more twisted reason for wanting to attack the Northern Water Tribe. Like that twist is so awesome. And then I love how he mentions like how Iroh had an infamous like
Trip to the spirit
world. Like so that kind of sets up the like obviously Iroh's very connected with the spirits and like he feels like protective of them. So like that kind of all that setup is so awesome. And you have to remind me there's something that happens in season 2 or season 3 that they like preview it. I'll have to tell you like when he's not around. But I did not realize until they said it, and I was like, "Holy cow! I can't believe they like actually already talked about that like this early on."
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking
There's
about.
something I could think of, but I
Here,
don't think is what you're saying. So, because there's something they mentioned something in an episode, and you're like, well, "That's a crazy foreshadow. Why would you say that?" But they actually show a couple characters. You see Azula in the Storm episode. Oh,
Did you notice?
yeah. They show that. Yeah, absolutely.
And the first time watching, obviously, you don't really remember that because it's all the way from season 1.
Yeah.
And then when they run into that again, it's like way later on.
on your rewatch, you definitely notice.
you notice some things that they lay the groundwork for. I'll remember it when it comes back up so that we can like talk about it on the on here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not pick up on that like in my first watch at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously you don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
But no, but like I said, rewatching it, you're like, oh, that connects it to that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You guys can. I mean, you guys probably are loving this right now.
Yes.
One of the things I was gonna bring it up when we were talking about something else, but one of the things I noticed, like the one like thing that Aang did that was like, Aang, what the heck, was when he took the map.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, Aang, what are you doing?
That is the worst character beat moment for Aang in this season.
Yeah.
When and it's a Bato of the Water Tribe episode when when the whatever guy from the Earth Kingdom gives him the map to Sokka and Katara's dad.
Yeah.
And he just
Because he wants them to stay with them.
There's people that don't like that episode. I think there's some cool stuff in that episode regardless. You get stuff because that's where Zuko and Iroh meet. Oh my God. What's her name? June.
Yeah.
And her Shearshoot. Like that they hunt down.
Yeah.
Technically it goes to Katara because it's the necklace. But so you get some cool stuff for them. It's not just... Because every episode kind of has this A-B storyline for the most part. So I enjoy that part of it more. But yeah, the stuff for Aang that he decides to hide it is... It doesn't feel in character for him. Him being like feeling left out from them reuniting with Bato, I think makes sense. And I'm glad they show that. But yeah, him...
I will say it's not as bad as some of the decisions that other characters make because he left the the tent early, so to him it sounded like they were like choosing
Yeah.
their dad over him.
He very much was under the impression that they were going to leave him.
Because if he had been there for that whole conversation, there's no way he would have.
No, because literally as soon as he leaves, they're like, yeah, but we can't.
And then also, like, he doesn't try to, like, he realizes as soon as they, like, he tries to give him the mark, Bato tries to give him the mark.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I can't. Like, I can't keep hiding this from them. Like,
Yeah. He does come clean.
I think, I don't know.
I also think, but it's almost equally as bad of a moment when, I mean, obviously Sokka and Katara would be mad, but they just instantly like, no, we're leaving to our dad now. Screw you.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You went on this whole trip and you're just going to, just because of that?
Just because, yeah, it is kind of
So
crazy.
it feels a bit extreme for both of them that they act that far, I guess. So, but
should I tell him about like the thing I was talking to you about, like my theory? I low-key don't think it's true now, but I'm just gonna say
you don't.
not really.
You lost faith.
Yeah,
You should
I'm
talk about it.
I'm gonna talk about it though. So, it was like within the first 4 or
This
5
is like,
episodes.
I think episode 2 or 3.
First thing I said was like, all right, I've seen water bending, I've seen air bending, I've seen fire bending, but I haven't seen earth bending. So I was like, what if Sokka? I was like, maybe Sokka like somehow was an earth bender or something. And then I forget what the exact episode is, but
it was right before the
it was the sick, it
Shingo
was when they're
Amashu.
sick.
The sick one is Blue Spirit.
Oh,
Yeah. No, it was. I know it was that episode.
It is in Blue Spirit?
That's when he says it, yeah.
Oh, it is because it is in Blue Spirit.
Yeah.
In Blue Spirit, he's like sick and he's just like, I don't even know what he's doing. He's just being Sokka, and Aang's just like says something like, "Oh, he's sick and he's acting like he's an earthbender." Then I immediately text him, was like, "Bro, what if that's foreshadowing?"
I was dying so hard because I rewatched that and I was like, I hope Nick remembers his theory, and he like sees that line and then he's like, wait, what if there's a chance? And he 100% did. He texted me and I was like,
I
yes,
literally
I'm so
texted him. I was like, "It's 100% happening. There's no way. It just makes perfect sense. Zuko's gonna be the firebender, and they're all gonna have the
glad.
different."
Yeah.
Yes, I was like, "Tell him that's just what's gonna happen." But as I'm going on, the more as that season goes on, I was like, "Not gonna lie, this ain't happening." If it doesn't happen in season 2, it's not gonna happen. But I'm like, that didn't happen. I will say though, for me to say that and then that happened,
It was kind of funny.
that is like I was like, dude, it's happening. Like that's foreshadowing. But yeah, it didn't happen. And also just wouldn't make sense. Like they'd have to show some sort of way of how
No,
he
he's
somehow
not-
got that
he's
because
not
he's
naturally
from
an
the
earthbender.
southern
Into
water
the
tribe. So,
yeah. So it wouldn't make sense, but yeah. No.
but yeah, but that
I mean,
was like
you'll
a little.
see pretty soon, honestly, what their solution for that is. I'll say,
Yeah.
because we stopped on a certain episode.
Yeah, I
remember?
know.
Yeah, so
I'd asked where you guys had stopped, so.
yeah.
Yeah. What else did I got here? I didn't finish all my stuff on like that whole last 3 episodes.
I have one more point to make about the finale, but
Okay.
you ahead.
But yeah, I said I really liked Yu's sacrifice, and her whole dynamic with Sokka, and then I liked Aang merging with like the ocean spirit was really
Dude,
sick.
it's so cool.
Yeah. Then I wrote down I love throughout that whole thing, Katara just sticking up for herself. I liked Paku's the name of
Master
what she
Paku.
called- Yes.
Yep.
Her fight with him.
Yes. Oh, I didn't even finish my point with that. I was gonna say, I mean, because there's that, but then at the end of the Waterbending Master, or not the end, it's like sort of in the middle. That's the strongest character beat for Katara. In a lot of shows, you have characters that if they're not the main character, they don't get those character defining moments. You learn so much about Katara, about like even just in that first season, that she has the goal of being this really talented waterbender. She wants to do good and help the world and help Aang on his journey. She cares about her brother. She misses her mom. Like, there's so many layers to her character, but that moment in particular, where she's one of her biggest life goals is to be this talented waterbender, like I said. And when she's denied that, she gets all up in arms about it. And she challenges, and especially the line where she says, "I'll be outside if you're man enough to fight me."
Yeah.
Because she's playing into the fact that she's not a man. And then when she's walking away, and I don't remember if it's Aang or Sokka, but one of them says,
I think it's Aang because
Aang?
it's Aang because then Sokka is like, no, she meant it.
"Well,
Is that what you're talking about?
well, it's like when he says that, Katara, you're not going to win. Like, you can't."
Oh, I don't know. I thought right after as soon as she starts walking, Aang says to Yue's dad, I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah.
She's like, she didn't mean that, and then Sokka's like,
I think she.
no,
meant
I
it.
think she meant
Yeah.
it.
No, but when they're walking down the stairs, one of them says that, "Katara, what are you doing? Like, you're not gonna win." And she literally
I think it's Sokka.
She says, "I know, I don't care."
Yeah.
It's such a powerful moment that she's not doing this because she thinks she can beat Paku, which is a lot of shows you would just have that character be like, you know, I'm so overconfident I can just do it. No, she just wants to prove a point. She wants to prove how inherently stupid it is to prevent female like waterbenders from learning actual waterbending. So I think that's an amazing, empowering moment. I'm a guy and I feel empowered from that. I'm like, that's awesome.
I really like that stuff from Katara. Yes. Another thing I did is I really liked Zuko's line. I think it was his last line of the whole season where he just said, "I'm tired."
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Man needs his rest.
I don't know. I really like that as like the last line for him going into season 2. Yeah. But yeah, that honestly might be everything I had written down.
Another reason that line is so good is because you'll notice throughout the whole show, Iroh is constantly telling him to
get
rest.
rest.
He says
Constantly
it,
telling him to get
and
rest.
I think it's literally the first time we see them.
Yeah.
He's like, he sees the whole Aang like the like I'm trying sky beam that comes up when he comes back from out of the iceberg, and I think he says something like, you should get some rest. You know, you've been searching for however long. Like, I think he literally says, "A man needs his rest," but he does say that a lot.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool that like this is a common theme with Zuko and Iroh, but eventually Zuko like realizes like, you know what, like what he's been telling me for the past like 20 episodes probably should do.
Okay. So I have one big point.
Yeah, go ahead. I went through everything.
Everything?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
In the finale, this is another one of my favorite moments in the whole show, but specifically season 1. I heard I got this idea from someone else I heard talk about it. So it's not fully credited to me. I mean, I'll explain it my own way. But so first of all, I think this kind of sets up when Aang says, and this is a huge moment for Aang, his character, is when he says, "I wasn't there when the Fire Nation attacked my people. I'm going to make a difference this time." It's a really powerful moment. It connects with the storm where he is obviously afraid of the responsibility and he doesn't want to have that role. But now that it's forced upon him, he's in that moment, he's accepting it. Yeah. And he's like, and he's getting motivation from the fact that the Fire Nation took away his people from him. And so he's wanting to protect the Water Tribe from having that happen. Yeah. So I think that's a powerful moment. But then it goes on even further when he first attacks the like scouting ship, I guess, because there's that one solo Fire Nation ship at first, and he goes in and attacks it. Destroys all the like trebuchet weapons they have on it, and then you cut to other stuff, and then you come back, and Aang comes back, and he says, "I must have taken out like a dozen of them," and he's like, "There's just so many," and he says, "I can't do this." And I think Yue says, "You have to. You're the Avatar," and Aang goes, "I'm just one kid."
Yeah.
And it's such a real empowering moment for that because that's a big part of his thing. He said in the storm, a lot of shows that happens, like he says that, and they just give him a pep talk. Like, "You're not just one kid. You're the Avatar. You can do whatever you want. You're that powerful." And he's like, "Well, okay, you didn't say that before. So yeah." And then he would just go beat all the Fire Nation, but he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Instead, it plays into his character. And then it plays into the fact that the larger role of the Avatar is not just this wrecking ball that is the most powerful thing in the world. It's this ability to communicate with the spirits. Yeah. And that's when you get him joining with the ocean spirit into that. I think it's just brilliant is how they handle that whole through line.
Yeah, I agree.
What's your guys' scores for the season?
Season as a whole?
Yeah.
I can show you the average, I guess.
Did you have any more points you wanted to make? No?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I gave it average out as an 8.8, so I guess a 9 out of 10 is what I would give the first season.
I think mine averaged out to an 8, and I probably would give it an 8. So, yeah,
I'd probably be somewhere between 8.5 and a 9.
Okay,
cool.
Yep. That'd be my.
So
I didn't go in great individual episodes, but that's what I would probably give it as a.
I think a 9 is solid for me.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good first season. I never got bored watching it, which is good. Like a lot of times I'll be watching stuff and there'll be certain episodes or stretches where I'm like, okay, oh my god. But I never got bored watching it. I was completely okay with watching every single episode, and from what I've heard, it gets progressively better. So I'm excited to see like what goes on. But yeah, I had a lot of fun watching it. But,
awesome. Love to hear that.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to watch
so
season 2.
Yeah.
If you can't tell from watching this video, I really like talking about Avatar, so I just want to keep talking about it with you guys as you progress through it.
Yeah, we'll have to do this a lot more. I think it's cool, like just like even if it's just one person that's like watch the show, or maybe two people, like, and just have the other person review it for the first time.
Just so you guys can explore it.
Literally anything. I think that's like a cool concept.
Also, I'll point out right now, I just realized because I'm wearing my Water Tribe
Let's go
pendant for book 1 Water. So
Nice.
maybe next episode I'll have a
Yeah,
book
I can't
2
remember. I was watching. Obviously, I guess I'll tell them. I was watching this with my wife. It's her first time watching it. Obviously, my second. But she made a comment, something about like when are they gonna get him? She said something about when are they gonna get like Earthbending Master or something like that. And I was like, well, I don't know if you picked up on it, but the first season's called Book of Water, so don't think there's gonna be much Earthbending this season.
Yeah, but I mean, Earthbending was definitely the what we saw the least of.
Yeah,
in the first season. Yeah, I mean you see it from
But we're
Boomy.
definitely gonna see a ton in the second season. So
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, we didn't bring up the episode on the ship. The prisoner episode.
Oh, imprisoned.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that episode quite a bit. That's another big episode for Katara.
It is a really big episode for Tara. I'm not gonna lie. There are moments in it that I think are a little bit too. I'm trying to think. Dramatic, maybe like melodramatic. There's a scene where she she goes to fill this like vase or whatever, this thing of water from this water pump, and then she sees Haru's mom, and Haru's mom starts crying, and she's like,
"Oh yeah,"
and she drops
okay,
the thing
yeah,
and it shatters, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
yeah.
A soap
I thought you
opera?
were talking about stuff that was like happening like on the ship.
Not
I was
in the
like,
prison,
I was like,
no.
I don't know, dude. Like
No,
they're being
that's-
enslaved. Like I thought.
no, that's fair. That part where she's like going there, and then drops them. I'm like, okay, this is kind of dramatic. But
That episode does a lot for like the world building of like
yeah,
how bad
You
the Fire
see
Nation is.
how
Like,
bad of an
'cause that's
impact
pretty
it-
early on.
it's episode 6.
Yeah, I would say so. That does a pretty good job of like showing like to what lengths they're willing to go to like
Yeah,
withstand power.
yeah. I also think Haru's a bit bland. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's a lot of other characters they flesh out better.
Yeah, it's not really for me. It's not about him.
But it's not.
It's about
for
Katara. Yeah, that's
It's
there's so much
Katara
development for Katara.
and the impact of the Fire Nation. Like
Yeah.
you said, which are very strong in that for sure.
all right. Do you guys have any other points about Avatar season 1?
Excellent start to a show.
yeah.
That's all.
We'll do Avatar season 2 next week, and I mean, I'll just say we're probably gonna do Spider Noir 2, just
Yeah.
because we're probably gonna get that done. But that will be next week. Did you make your Would You Rather's?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Did you not?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
I was just making sure you did.
Yeah, I did.
How many did you make?
I just made 5.
Me too. Okay. So we're gonna get into our last segment. It's pretty much Would You Rather's. Me and Noah both came up with 5 each, and we're each gonna go back and forth doing them, and we're gonna answer the Would You Rather. But let's get straight into it. Do you want me or you to go first?
Either way.
You can go first.
Okay.
Nick defers the kick.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Would you rather Invincible season 5 be a 9.5 out of 10, or Daredevil Born Again season 3 be a 9.5 out of 10?
Guaranteeing it's.
I've not seen Daredevil Born Again, so I will refrain from answering this question. But I know both of you are caught up.
I'm going
so.
Invincible.
I was gonna say. I really.
Yeah.
I definitely thought you were gonna say Daredevil.
I mean,
was gonna say. I think
I'm a bigger fan of the Daredevil character, but the thing for me is when I like look at
Yeah,
Daredevil,
I know
I
what
like
you're
compare.
saying.
I compare the Netflix show. I'm like, we already got like that. Those the first 3 seasons of the original Netflix show are like probably my favorite comic book. It is my favorite comic book show like ever. And Born Again season, Born Again's already at the point where it's not gonna.
It just
touch
can't
this.
beat it.
It's not going to, even if that season is 9.5, because
Yeah.
Daredevil season 3 for me is already a 10.
Yeah.
So there's no point of doing that. Invincible, if it has a season that's 9.5, which would be like on season 3 tier to me, that is already like 2 seasons that are that good. That's already like
would say
more. It's on
3.
track to be.
Would it elevate it above Daredevil for you?
If it another 9.5, I'd have to think about it. It would definitely be close. Like I would consider it, because if there was another season that is like on par with some of the greatest seasons I've seen, then yeah. So I'd pick that. That's my reasoning for it.
I agree. I would pick 9.5 for Invincible because for me, season 1, 3, and 4 are all at least 9, if not 9.5 or higher. So
You think season 2 is that good?
no, season 1, 3, and 4.
Oh, I think you said 2 too. Sorry.
So season 2 is the only one I'd probably give it like an 8 or 8.5.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. Basically, that just means that it's still going. It's its peak show. And if it keeps going the whole way, I think it'd be awesome to have that consistent and that great of a story.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I almost detach the Netflix Daredevil from
It really
Born Again.
is different. You can tell how different it is. Also, just like I care about the Netflix show way more than I do Born Again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I could honestly, if season 3 is just somehow very mediocre, it wouldn't like upset me that much, to be honest. Just because we already have this.
You have the contained show.
A bad Invincible season wouldn't upset me way more, so I want it to be like peak.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
But yeah. All right. I know
Oh,
you
you're not
can't. I know you can't answer.
I've not
Oh,
watched
that's
Born
right.
Again, so
You're right. You can't.
All right. Okay. This one's kind of like you kind of can fill in the blanks here a little bit. Would you rather make any show, make the final season of any show that you like perfect, like 9.5 or 10, or erase a bad or like your least favorite movie from a certain franchise?
I'm trying to think what good the erasing would do. Like, what would it save any franchise?
I can think of one that people are gonna say, but
Like what?
you're not gonna say Star Wars.
Erasing one does nothing. There's still
you
billion
would just be erasing Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, which that would solve a lot of problems, but there's still a lot of other problems like within that franchise. I think
That's kind of my point, though. I don't think erasing one movie does all that much.
I have the easiest answer ever for it, and I think you will agree with me once I say it. I think the obvious answer is to make the Game of Thrones season 8 like.
Oh yeah, yes.
I don't think it's even close.
Yeah, it's not even close.
I was gonna say you're just spacing it.
Yeah.
I'd rather be like positive. That's all it is. I just want to see something have a peak 10 out of 10 concluding like final season. I think that'd be awesome. So like if I could guarantee that Invincible its final season was 10 out of 10 or any other show I could make this final season that much better, then yeah.
Game of Thrones is definitely my favorite show that has the
weakest
final season.
Yeah.
I mean, like my personal favorite show ever is The Walking Dead, and I don't think season 11's bad, but I could make it just like goated, but also I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't do as much help to that as it would Game of Thrones. Like if Game of Thrones has a season 8 that is like a 9.5, people would talk about that like that is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I mean they already do. People already do. I mean
people already think some people.
Yeah, some people already think
it
that, and it clearly gets worse towards the end.
Yeah,
I do think. I'll just say this really fast because this can be a completely different topic for a different time. But like there are parts of that season I enjoy. I think everyone just says the whole final season's bad. I don't think that's true.
There are parts that are good. Like we can't really get into details right now, but there are obviously some parts that are just like what are you doing?
Yeah, we'll have to do like
we'll eventually talk.
We'll eventually talk about Game of Thrones, but
maybe he'll eventually watch it.
Yeah,
so we'll see. You're up next.
No. Would you rather get a prime Luke Skywalker show or a prime Luke Skywalker trilogy, like movie trilogy?
Is the show multiple seasons? Is it one season?
Yeah, so it'd be multiple seasons.
Okay.
We'll say somewhere between 4 to 7 seasons.
Damn. That's actually like more content than the 3 movies.
Okay, so
I think it has to be, or else you would just pick the movies.
Oh, that's true. Actually, you're right. I don't know.
I feel like a show would make more sense at this point in Star Wars, but going and seeing that in theaters would be awesome. Also,
that's why I feel like I had to say it would be more seasons, because if let's say it was just 3, most people would probably just pick the movies because that's kind of what Star Wars is like known for, is its movies.
I don't think have we ever seen someone just like randomly take a character this deep into the franchise and be like, here's a trilogy for this specific character, just randomly.
Not a trilogy.
I feel like that's
not
such
a trilogy. I mean, people have gotten shows.
Yeah, and like solo movies. Like Solo. You didn't like that?
It doesn't even necessarily have to be specifically about Luke, though. I'm just saying that prime Luke Skywalker exists within both entities. So, like, the show wouldn't necessarily have to be like called Luke Skywalker.
That's what I thought you were going
Or the movie wouldn't have to be called Luke Skywalker, but
you get to see
he is a main character that
throughout
is
the whole
throughout both entities and exists throughout both of it the whole time. Like, he's not some like side character you see like 3 episodes,
like in Mandalorian.
Yeah, no, he's like a main character.
You know, I'm fine with either way. I'm gonna go movies just because I want more Star Wars movies in theaters. And if
they would sell so good too.
And if they were good, then it might like because like
it would do so much
what
for the
we've seen from
franchise.
Mando and Grogu, like how it's going box office wise, it's not been great. It's kind of sad.
Obsession really outsold it yesterday.
I know,
which is crazy.
Maybe this is time you should see it.
No, I'm a horror movie hater. Only exception, Clayface.
That's so funny.
Yeah, the best show of 2026 or best movie of 2026, right?
Maybe the best comic book movie. I don't
know.
Maybe.
Nick told me that in 2026 that Clayface is gonna be the best movie.
Okay, you're twisting my words. I said it could be. I wouldn't be surprised.
If you want the evidence,
But
watch the last podcast.
If it is, and we come on here and we talk about how good it is, I'm gonna talk my crowd and be like, yeah, I told you.
I think it could be
Glaze
good.
and
I don't know, man.
Dude,
The thing is, it could be better score wise or like production wise than Spider-Man. But I'm gonna enjoy Spider-Man.
there is a
We're
world.
just rehashing the last.
There is a world where Brand New Day. I think I see a vision where Brand New Day really isn't anything that crazy. Like I don't think it's a guarantee that it's like good.
But my thing is like, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say like production wise and like story wise, it really only is like a 7.5, and Clayface is like 8.5. But we all enjoy Spider-Man
he's a
way
bigger
more
character.
than we enjoy like Clayface. So I think we're just gonna enjoy Spider-Man more.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to say that because, like, for example, I didn't think I'd enjoy the Penguin show as much as I did, and I do. Like, I would say I enjoy the Penguin show more than a lot of the Spider-Man movies, and I wouldn't have said like you just won't know until it comes out.
Some of them.
Some,
And I will say,
there maybe it was only like 2 or 3.
There's like you still got your like top 2, 3.
yes, there are a couple that I would, but like the majority probably not. I would enjoy the Penguin just how good Penguin was.
Easily take 3, I would say.
Yeah, there are a couple. Also, if we go look at Batman, the history of them making movies about Batman and Rogues Gallery, they have not missed. I love the Joker movie. I don't know how you.
What about the second Joker movie though?
Oh, it's true. You know, we don't have to talk about that one. We're gonna talk about just the original. I like that one was never made.
What about the first Suicide Squad?
Ooh,
I feel like that's different. I feel because that's just like a whole different group. Like
just making excuses.
no, it really is. It's not the same thing.
That definitely has characters
Killer
from Batman.
Croc, Deadshot, Harley.
Yeah,
Quinn.
but
Harley
it's
Quinn.
different. Like I'm talking about just standalone. Like Clayface is a standalone
Standalone villain movies.
in a movie. Joker.
Well, what other
Penguin
ones are
counts
there?
just because it's a show. It's those 3, but
It's
every
just
single
those
one have been so good.
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
think there's a world. Also,
Well,
I
that's
don't
a smaller
I
pool.
think the idea of a body horror with Clayface. Clayface is such an interesting character. Just like doing with all that. I think there's a world where they could make that so compelling.
Okay. I'm glad you're sold.
I
on
hope it happens. No, I hope it
it.
happens.
You're gonna be like,
now.
you guys are talking
Dude,
shit.
he's saying all this, and then he's gonna go watch Spider-Man, and he's gonna come out of Spider-Man and be like, I love that movie so much. That's what's gonna happen.
It could. It very well could. You guys are acting like I said.
Dude,
like,
I know your Spider-Man break. Bro, I'm telling you, you're saying this right now. We're gonna come out of watching that movie, and you're gonna be bricked
Bro,
up.
you guys are acting like I'm saying like Clayface is gonna be the best movie ever. I am saying that there is a world, like not like I'm saying like it is
Give it
going to
odds.
happen.
Give it odds.
That's the best.
Yes.
Like
What percentage chance?
15.
15%.
Okay, then that's way less. The way you're arguing for this makes it sound like you think
Because
it's
you guys are acting like I'm out of my mind for saying that it
Well,
could be
guys,
the
Guys,
best.
you're
Nick
making-
said it's better than the entire MCU. Guys, he said it was better than the
Yeah,
Batman.
you guys are twisting my words so much.
No, you were so confident in saying this. I was
I
assuming
am confident that there is a world where it is like literally at least
yeah,
like a 9
but
out of 10
15%
the
is so
best.
much different than like
50.
50%. That's
Well, yeah, I never said it was like 50.
but
No,
that's
you did.
that's the vibe you were giving off.
That's
though.
how it
I was
felt.
just confident in my opinion that it could be the best.
I'm happy. You're
I'm
very
just saying
confident.
there's
I'm
a
more okay
world.
with that.
I'm
statement now.
confident.
Do you agree that he
Yeah.
was coming off like 50% like
It
positive that
sounded
this was
like
gonna
you're
happen?
Like, it's either yes or no. Like,
Yeah,
it could
that's what I'm
happen,
saying.
Or it's going to be anything else.
I am confident that I'm confident in the 15%. That there is that chance.
That's more okay, but that's not the way you
like
were.
here,
I felt you were
I will
arguing
give you
it.
my list just so you guys know.
Okay.
If I was making a prediction right now, what my order is going to be, it would be Brand New Day. Doomsday is so hard because it could be
Yeah.
good and
It's
it
the
could be.
most
It's so
polarizing.
hard. So Loki, screw that. I'm just doing the other 3. Brand New Day. I do think Clayface is going to be better than Supergirl.
Okay.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Okay.
I don't know. You go either way with it. I think Supergirl's going to make more money.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
But
Batman,
Clayface.
though.
it's a Batman villain, but also it's
It is, but
Clayface.
it's Supergirl. Like I
Yeah.
think she's more.
I think Supergirl.
It'll help that she also appeared in Superman.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I really do think Clayface is at least going to be an 8. That's how confident I am in it.
Okay.
I think Supergirl is at least going to be a 7, and then I think Spider-Man's probably at least going to be a 7, but I think its peak could be like 10.
Yeah.
And Doomsday literally could be like a 4, but also could be like a 10.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
we really don't know.
Doomsday
Go
is We don't even know.
We
about
got
Doomsday.
completely off track.
Yeah, that was supposed to be about Luke Skywalker, and we were talking about Clayface and
Give us a
Spider-Man.
trilogy of
It's
Luke
his fault.
Skywalker. No.
He looks
no.
at me and said, "Oh, best
Okay,
movie
so what's the
2026?"
answer? What's your guys' answer? Trilogy or
I take the movies.
I said
Movies?
movies.
Okay.
I would take the movies
Okay,
just because I want Star Wars movies.
this one's gonna get people going.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather lose the 3 Tobey Maguire movies or lose the 2 Andrew Garfield movies?
This is what it comes down to for me. You're debating whether you want to lose William Dafoe's Green Goblin
Oh shit.
or you want to lose Andrew Garfield's portrayal as Spider-Man.
And Emma Stone.
Yeah,
And
that's
Stacey.
the debate. Which one would you
It's
rather lose?
Andrew Emma
Just so you know,
Stone's.
majority of people are gonna be like, "Why would you ever?" Like they're gonna be like, easily Andrew
Well, I was
Garfield.
gonna say part of what I'm thinking about is like you're erasing the value of in No Way Home, the stuff. Andrew, firstly, he's insanely talented. Like the actor Andrew Garfield, just crazy good in that movie.
I mean, Andrew Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man. I don't know if I've said it on the pod, but I think Andrew Garfield and I was gonna say Andrew Garfield and Gwen Stacy. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's chemistry
Yes.
as Peter and Gwen is the best superhero couple dynamic we have ever seen.
I have one argument
I know what to
for
say. Answer, yeah.
the Raimi trilogy.
Okay.
It is the fact that was the first, at least in my memory, the first time we'd ever gotten a comic book movie, like a really big one from
Yeah,
my
It was
childhood.
that, and it was X-Men. Or, like the
yeah,
first one.
I
Well, and you
think-
got some Batman.
I just
and
think
stuff,
it
but
yeah, like obviously there was some stuff in like the 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was the first time we got like a
Superman.
like a big like super like
It is.
I mean, it's the first
What-
Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, like-
what Spider-Man like? What did it come out? 05?
that was like the.
that was when Spider-Man 2 came out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
So
was the
04?
second or third.
The first one came out like
Oh, it was 02. It was
like
02.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna say, I think it was 02.
04 was Spider-Man.
I just think it laid such a groundwork.
It did.
For
It did.
so many movies. That's the argument I would have for
It did. It,
and
100%
Willem
did.
Dafoe and
Willem Dafoe
My,
is-
my thing.
Alfred
with that,
Molina.
My thing with
Yeah,
that is
Alfred Molina too.
J.
Yeah,
Jonah Jameson, like J.K. Simmons. Like there's a lot of
Yeah,
excellent characters.
there
in it.
is.
It's just that if you take away the amazing like 2 movies, in No Way Home, like I said, you lose those moments with Andrew where like him catching MJ, like the day as
Yeah.
MJ, it loses all its meaning.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree.
That's my favorite moment in the whole movie, probably, or maybe I don't know. It's up there, and you lose that. So I don't. That's my only debate.
my thing is you bringing up this like kind of ties into what I was gonna say. The fact that it is the groundwork. It is nostalgic. I think that whole trilogy, they are good movies. I think if you compare all 5 of those movies, I'm definitely higher on TASM 2 the most, but I think all 5 of them are legitimately comparable. Except I think Spider-Man 3 is definitely my least
Spider-Man
favorite.
3 is easily the worst out of
Yeah.
all 5 of those
But
movies.
at least the other 4, I genuinely think they're comparable. I think that there's just so much nostalgia for those movies. If you talk to anyone that are like around our age, a lot of them love the Taz movies because that's
the ones we
what
grew
we
up
grew up
on.
with. So maybe it is a little bit like nostalgia for us. But I personally think that just the portrayal of Spider-Man, outside of it being like dark, because it kind of did lean into like he's almost like Batman in a way, like, especially in TASM 1 where he's like,
They need to make a movie that. By
Yeah.
the way, that'd be awesome.
it would be. But besides like all that, I still like think that a lot of what they did was so good. And I'm not a big fan of Tobey Maguire, to be honest. Like when I watch
Neither
this
am
movie,
I. He's
it's way too campy for me.
He's my least favorite Spider-Man, easily.
Yeah, I just don't think he even like acted out the character very good. Andrew Garfield mops the floor.
The
with
villains, but literally last episode we talked about the
villains.
villains elevate movies so
them. They
much
do.
more.
That is the only literally if those villains were like if you switch out the TASM villains, I'd be like these movies are
So
not
you
good.
by your argument last week saying that villains elevate more,
You're right.
you would have to pick Raimi's trilogy.
They do elevate those movies more just because of the fact that I think if they aren't in it, I literally would.
But that's what I'm saying. Then you have to pick them over.
doesn't mean I have to. I just think it elevates the movie more.
I think you have to if you're going to stand by that statement.
I do not.
Who do you think elevates the movie more, William Dafoe or Andrew Garfield?
I just said William Dafoe does, but that doesn't mean I have to pick the movie. Like for example, let's say
You're
like
kind of
it
being
does.
you're kind of being hypocritical. I feel like if you say that.
How?
Well, because you just said that
just because it
villain
elevates a
does-
movie more doesn't mean that it's better. It just means that it elevates the movie to where it is. Like
What?
for example, yes, no. Listen to me.
What?
Listen to me. Let's say I give a movie a 9 and I give a movie an 8.
Uh-huh.
and this movie has Andrew Garfield.
Okay, I see your point.
You can elevate a movie to get to that 8 more than like let's say
It was a
let's
5.
say Andrew only
it moved
elevates it to a 9, but it's only like right here compared to like this
Yeah.
getting up to the 8.
Andrew makes it go from
That's
a
what
7
it is
to a
for me.
9 versus Willem Dafoe makes it go from a 5
You can
to an
absolutely
8.
elevate a
Is what
movie
you're
more, but that does not mean the movie's better.
I was interpreting as elevating,
But
meaning
would you wanna
it
get-
makes the movie better.
If you
so.
think that the villains are more important and elevate movies more, would you want to get rid of them though? That's my argument.
Yeah, I mean, I have to think about it because, like I said, I think there's.
I just don't think you're losing as much if you get rid of Andrew. Like, it sucks that you're losing Andrew's Spider-Man, but like there is some like insane villain stuff.
I
that
agree.
We are
I
missing.
agree. I think if you're just talking about like what those movies did for the comic book genre, and
Yeah.
just the fact that
That's my answer.
the fact that
Yeah.
the fact that TASM isn't even complete, I think the correct answer is to say get rid of the TASM movies just because it won't have that much of an effect on Spider-Man as the character. Me personally, if I'm just looking strictly at the movies, I think I would just because how much I love Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, how much I loved really just those two. They make those movies for me. I would probably get rid of the Tobey movies, but I'm going to answer get rid of Andrew just because of what they did for the comic.
Oh, so
book
you're
genre.
gonna get rid of TASM?
I'm gonna get rid of TASM, but
Okay.
like I said, if I was going strictly off of movies, I think I would do.
I think I'm the same as you. I think my bias would be to keep the TASM movies, but I'm going to keep the Tobey Maguire trilogy purely because of what it enabled superhero media to become.
Yes,
And and your villains and
it's
side
the
characters
objectively
are-
correct answer to get rid of TASM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's the exact reason I'm picking it. Like it just did so much for like comic book
Why did we
movies.
spend so much time arguing if we all agree on that?
Well, okay, you guys were on me about the elevating thing. I was like, no, guys, listen to
We're
me.
attacking you.
You get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
This is
I
just-
understand what you're saying, but I do think it is a tiny bit hypocritical.
I get your point now. As
Why?
I thought you were saying something different at first, but now I understand what
I
you're
just think if
saying.
you feel so strongly about the villains, then
Yeah.
they should elevate the movie more for you.
naturally you should
They
want
do.
to, but
I just said that.
you just
I just said that.
don't
Like,
have
if
to.
let's say,
But I think you shouldn't be so dismissive of getting rid of them, as in like.
well, I also love it's because like I like the villains, but I also
Do
love.
you
Peter
love
and
William
Gwen.
Dafoe's Green Goblin more or Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man more?
fuck.
Probably Andrew.
Yes.
Okay, so then why do you not think that heroes
Because
can
it's just
elevate
one.
just as
I
much?
didn't say they can't.
But William Dafoe would be like a top 3 villain portrayal ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I
I mean,
feel
it's like Homelander
maybe
and
I'm
Heath Ledger's Joker are
maybe
the
I'm-
only two that
I
can
think
contend.
Heath Ledger.
I think Heath Ledger and Homelander are in a different tier.
They sure they can be, but William Dafoe is like clearly
But I also
third.
think
Yeah,
I
just
also think
haven't
Andrew
seen-
Garfield's one of the best like portrayal. Like he would be in the top tier for me.
For Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but like, are you putting him up there with RDJ?
Well,
let's say?
I'm saying
Or-
I do think William Dafoe elevates it more. I just think I personally like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man
Okay.
more. Like it's not like I'm saying that I think Andrew elevates it more. Like I'm still saying my point. Like William Dafoe's Goblin elevates that movie more than Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man does.
Okay.
Because also I think it's a combination of Emma Stone too.
Yeah.
Or Gwen. But yeah, that's what like it is. I'm staying by my point of the villains. I do think they elevate them more. I personally like Andrew's Spider-Man more. Does that make sense? Does that answer your
it
question?
does.
Yes.
Yes.
I
You
understand.
feel like I'm being hypocritical?
Yeah, I don't completely agree with your logic, but it's fine.
I need to prove your point. Okay.
I don't think you will be able to, so we might as well just move on to the
I
next.
think one of you guys should crash out and create a crazy clip.
I'm not gonna crash out. I want to like make
No,
you
I completely understand what you're saying.
Okay.
That I understand you're saying that William Dafoe can elevate more, but not make the movie
It's just
as good.
ironic that you don't
Yes.
make the movies.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
exactly. That's
and-
what I'm saying. I
And
just
I'm
think.
still saying that he elevates it more than Andrew does, but I personally like Andrew more.
Yeah, but I think since you feel so strongly about the villain take, that it should
You should.
you should
want
care
to lean
more
that
about
way,
about.
But I mean, but you
I mean,
don't,
you
but
can
that's
have whatever opinion you want, but I just think that if that's you feel so strongly
not
about.
according to the internet.
I also think it's just like the combination of Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone.
Okay.
Like I think that plays into it too. Like for me, when I think of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, I immediately like put Emma Stone Gwen with him. Like I feel like they're just like together.
Until they're not.
Stop it. Don't do that. We got to move on.
Okay.
I think it's you now. Yeah.
This is so ironic because we were just talking about this.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather Supergirl or Clayface be a better movie?
There's no way.
Clayface.
I literally already. I literally
Clayface.
already.
I'm doing Clayface because of what you guys are doing.
I literally already had.
That's insane.
if I'm actually doing an objective answer, I would rather Supergirl would be better.
Okay.
I think Supergirl is like probably bigger for the
Bigger
DCU
media
than
piece.
Clayface is, but Clayface is like
You have to commit to Clayface.
exactly.
You
So I'm saying
have to.
Clayface. I'm committing to it, but
You are
if,
the Clayface
If that
guy.
whole stuff didn't happen, I would say Supergirl.
No, you have to say Clayface.
Clayface.
I almost want Nick to be right. No, I
Well, just
think I'm
because it's
gonna
better
say-
than Supergirl doesn't mean it's gonna be better than Spider-Man.
True. I think I'm gonna say Supergirl, because I think that would do some really good stuff for this like DC and for the superhero media in general. Especially we have like a strong female superhero again too.
It's also gonna be it's gonna be way more important in the grand scheme of the DCU.
Yeah, I think like Supergirl's gonna play a way bigger factor than Clayface will.
Yeah.
Objectively, I would have to say Supergirl, but I enjoy Batman so much more than
Superman, characters.
Supergirl characters that I would pick Clayface. But objectively, for like the good of the DCU, I think Supergirl would be the answer.
Yeah.
This one's low key kind of connected too.
Oh God. We already answered
a little
all of
bit.
these.
A little bit. I said. Wait, this is assuming Superman gets a trilogy, which I think he's going to.
Okay.
J-Dub's available for Game 6.
Go!
Sorry. All right. The DCU Superman trilogy. Oh, yeah. Would you rather the DCU Superman trilogy be perfect, but the Batman trilogy is just good, not great? Or the Reeves trilogy be the greatest trilogy ever, but the next two Superman movies are horrible and it kills the DCU?
Yeah, that.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. You didn't even you didn't care.
The reason why I knew you were gonna be like that, I personally made the next one kill the DCU.
You know what's so funny is I literally have like one that's getting ready to come up that's something so similar.
Really?
You guys
Yeah.
gotta like vet your would you
Yeah,
rather.
it's pretty much would you rather his trilogy be the greatest trilogy ever, but it destroys the DCU?
I may have answered a little fast.
Yeah, it destroys the DCU.
Yeah.
Like that's two straight universes that are negative, like received negatively by like
Yeah.
fans and critics.
Yeah.
Or would
But
you rather?
you
It's like it's
could-
still
You
good,
could
but just
hang
not
your
great,
hat
which would be
on-
devastating for me. I
we
think
have
I just end myself.
DC/Batman now has the greatest trilogy of all time.
Exactly.
Because it could be Spider-Verse. So we've talked about it a few times that if
Yep.
depending how good Beyond is,
Just
could
so
be.
you know, I'm completely fine with you saying that, just because I'm considering it too, just because how much I love the Batman. I'm just saying I think it definitely is something
I answered pretty
we need to
quick.
think about this.
What can you ask the first part again?
It's would you rather the Superman trilogy would be like a great trilogy, like every movie would be as good or not better than the first Superman movie, all three of
Okay,
them.
so like
So at least an 8 out of 10.
and
I was at 8.5 and
it,
higher,
It would make the
basically.
DCU thrive.
okay,
But if you pick that, Matt Reeves' Batman trilogy, like the next two are worse than the first movie, both of
like I
them.
mean
And
they're both 9s.
no, like it's
It's
lower
like
than that.
significantly.
It's
It's like a
they're
7
sevens.
and a
it's like 2
7.5.
7s, yeah.
Okay,
So it's like a
Two
good
sevens isn't that bad. I'd
I was
probably
gonna
pick the
say it's
DC
really
over
not too bad.
When you say bad, I thought you meant like if they were going to be like
4.
4s.
I didn't. It's like I said,
no,
good,
he
not
said
great.
the Batman would be
The
Yeah,
trilogy
you
would
did
be
say
good,
good,
not
not
great.
great is what he said. So I was gonna say that's not.
But do you realize how
that
devastated
bad.
I'd be
It's
if
just
the
that
next two
would
movies
be
were
so
sevens?
bad.
you just have to admit.
I
that
need this movie
Superman's
to be at
better.
least a 9.
Dude. Okay, while we're on this topic, I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way
Okay.
because it literally plays right into what we're already talking about. Would you rather the Batman Part 2 be a 10 out of 10 or Beyond the Spider-Verse be a 10 out of 10?
Easily the Batman part two.
That's not even a question. It depends.
I say no because Spider-Man's your second favorite hero. And
Is he?
if
Well,
it
okay. Here's the thing. Am I playing to the fact how confident I am in those movies?
no,
being
no,
good?
you get to choose which one is a 10 out of 10.
Does that mean the other one's bad, or is the
No.
other one just what it gets?
The other one is whatever it is.
Whatever.
So then you can play into how confident are you in each of them. I think I'm confident in both those movies. If I'm being honest.
I didn't know.
I'm
confident
honest-
in the Batman.
Me
though,
too. Just because all the stuff
Because
I'm
it's been
like,
delayed forever.
yes. So honestly, the smart thing to do might be say guaranteed.
Well, and
Beyond
if you
Spider-Verse.
guaranteed it, then it would easily be the best superhero trilogy
Of all time.
True,
of
and
all
the Bat-
time.
it needs to be the Reeves verse.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you're going to say Batman just so you can guarantee it, but
But no, I love all comic book movies. The smart answer is to confirm that Beyond the Spider-Verse is 10 because I am confident that Reeves.
if
is
that
the
movie
next
is a
movie's
10
gonna
out of 10, I think all 3 movies are 9.5 or 10s. I might literally give all 3 of them 10s in that case.
be- Yeah.
But they're all 9.5s
They're
or
at least
higher,
all
so
nines.
it has to be the greatest trilogy of all time, in my
Yeah.
opinion. And
But the thing is, I'm so confident in Reeves. Like, I already give the first Batman a 10 out of 10. I'm so confident that he could very well do 10s for the next two. I'm that confident in what he has set up.
But you don't want to guarantee it.
No, if I'm being like, if
you
I'm
can guarantee it right now.
Oh, I'm aware that I can guarantee it. The thing is, it's smarter to confirm. I literally do think that Batman as Part 2 has a better chance to be better than Beyond the Spider-Verse is. So I think it's smarter to confirm that Beyond the Spider-Verse is a 10 and let Matt Reeves cook and just see what he's got. If we come back in a year and a half and it's bad, I'm ending the podcast.
I mean, you'd end it regardless.
That's what I'm going with. And I don't know. Mine's hard. I feel like it'd be stupid to destroy the DCU. Like, that just destroys so many future movies and projects.
Yeah, it really does.
Also, it would ruin my life.
Also, it ruins DCU Batman.
Yeah. Brave and the Bold doesn't even get off the ground.
Yeah, but we'd still have, in that scenario, we'd still have Reeves.
You would still have.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get a fantastical Batman.
We get it eventually. It would just destroy that chance.
It would take like 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, you're resetting the timeline. It's gonna.
They're gonna go back and make another like gritty Batman trilogy or at least movie in like 2028, and then they're gonna.
Yeah, they are gonna be the
Fantastical
like,
Batman's
Fantastical
gonna be like
doesn't
2035.
work.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Can we move on? I want to answer that one.
All right, it's on you because I already did mine because it was really tying in right.
So I have
in.
my last two.
Yeah.
Yeah, do your second.
Okay, let's go through these pretty quick because it's 8:33.
I mean, you can miss first like 5 minutes.
Okay. Would you rather Heath Ledger's Joker never exist or Pattinson's Batman never exist?
Whoa. I have my answer, but whoa.
So that eliminates the whole Reeves verse trilogy, and then that. I mean, the Dark Knight technically.
Wait, it takes out the whole trilogy. It's not like
if that never exists.
Like I thought they would just be like recasted essentially.
I guess that is true, but then you did pretty much the recast.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger. So,
dude, I don't want to answer that question.
I think Heath Ledger, he gives genuinely the greatest performance, possibly genuinely just actor portrayal of all time, but certainly
the thing is, if you
best comic book movie.
If this trilogy is, if the Pattinson trilogy is as good as I think it's going to be, the combination of the three movies, even if it's not, he never has a performance as good as Heath Ledger's Joker, which
supersede the value.
If you're talking about the value of that trilogy and his performances throughout all.
But
three
what about
movies,
it's kind of comes back to the same argument as the Raimi movies versus the TASM movies.
Yeah.
It's because Heath Ledger laid such a groundwork for like what comic book villains could be.
Yeah.
Like, do we get a Homelander if not for Heath Ledger?
You definitely don't get a Joker movie.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I think the Joker movie is a good one. I think Homelander is still possible we get that.
Yeah, but like, I'm wondering if I'm just wondering if like media could have been so open to the idea that a comic book villain
to take that much time to make sure the villain's that good.
Exactly. Like the value that brought into like just how good and it can be if you give it the time and the effort. Like, I don't know. I think it did a lot for.
Why did I make these?
I was like, you asked this.
It's a super tough one. I mean,
insane.
The problem is if you get rid of Heath Ledger, like the Batman is my favorite movie ever. It's a 10 out of 10. But the Joker, like, Heath Ledger's Joker is probably the best portrayal we've ever seen.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Like,
I think it is. So
it's another thing. It's another thing where the objective answer is to get rid of Pattinson, but it's just like, do I want to do that?
I hate doing that though because it's my favorite movie ever.
Yeah. It's just saying screw your favorite movie.
Yeah.
Or do you want to take the?
It's like I'm sacrificing.
I'm sticking with the Batman. Get rid of Heath Ledger.
It'd be like sacrificing. It's just sacrificing your favorite movie for the greater good of like everyone else, basically.
Honestly, screw everyone else.
All right.
Keeping Pattinson.
We'll go to my last one.
It's valid, man.
This is an interesting one. Would you rather have to watch the same movie 10 times in a row before?
That's easy. That's light work with the Batman.
This is each time.
Let's them ask.
Sorry.
Each time you watch a movie, you have to watch it 10 times
before you watch a new one.
Before you can watch a new one.
Wow.
Or whenever you watch a movie, you can move on to the next one whenever you want. But once you watch a movie, you can never watch it again.
You have to pick the second one. You have to.
So watch it once and never watch it again.
Can you pick any movie for the 10?
It's just whatever movie you want to watch.
See,
so for example, if we went when we saw Mandalorian and Grogu, we would have to go watch that 10 times before we could watch another movie.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
But if you pick the other option, when we watch Mandalorian and Grogu one time, we can never watch it again.
Never see it again.
The thing is, I think that is just so unrealistic. you have to take that much time out of your day to watch 10 straight movies.
I was gonna say, can you?
It doesn't have to be in a row. You could break it up,
But yes,
but you
still-
can't watch another one until
but
you
still,
get it done.
Let's say you're busy a week and you don't have much time to watch movies. You can't watch another new movie until like down the line when you actually have had time to watch all those movies.
Could you put something on in the background and not actually have to
or do you
physically
have to
watch
lock
it?
into it,
Could I be on my laptop doing work?
but just in the background?
Yeah, and the movie's just on, or do
I
you
feel
have
like
to
that kinda
sit
gives
there?
it a cheat.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a cheat. But I was also gonna say, in terms of
I think
not
you
being able to watch
have
the
to
movie
pick one
again,
time and
Can you
done.
watch like clips of it? And
Sure,
see
you can watch
TikToks?
edits and stuff on TikTok.
You can
and,
only
like,
watch it full.
But you
if you're
can't.
one
You
time.
cannot watch it in its
Can you watch
entirety
like
again.
full length scenes?
No, it would just be like small little clips on TikTok, like
That's
edits
it.
and stuff.
I have to do the first one because I have. They're the peak movies. I have to be able to watch again.
Dude, imagine you want to go see.
I would be so. I'd have to wait for people what they say, and then they're like, "That movie's terrible." I'm like, "I'm not seeing it. I'm never gonna give it a chance."
so
because
what
I
if-
don't want to watch.
But then
it
if you want to watch something, you're like, you have to sit there and watch 10 movies.
that's what I'm saying. I just won't.
That's
I literally just won't.
horrible.
Dude, I thought about. I didn't know the scaling on these questions. I'm obviously trying to make them match each other, so that way it's hard to pick.
I think it's equally crazy.
The other option I was gonna do was instead of never watch it again, I was gonna say you couldn't watch it for 10 years.
That might change it.
Wait, you're switching
I
the
was-
second one out
instead
for 10
of-
years?
yeah, instead of never
That was
again,
the option
you
I
have to
had
wait 10
was
years.
contemplating was like if you watch it once, you can't watch it again.
I
for
think that
another
would
10
make me
years.
switch. I think I would wait 10 years then.
I'm still going with that one no matter what, just because I would want to end it if I had to watch 10 movies straight before I could watch any other movie.
Like I said, I would just be.
But you could never watch
ultra
the Batman
selective.
again,
Yeah, that's what I'm
ever.
saying. You'd only be able to
Ever.
watch the Batman once, and you're done. You watched it in theaters, and
I mean, I'd
you
still
left
have
and
that
you're done.
experience, though, just like that I could never.
But then you won't remember the greatness. Like you won't be able to like quote stuff or remember.
I could
the
quote
thing.
stuff, because I could like look up the lines.
Could you?
That's not watching it. I could quote it.
But it would mean the same. I don't know.
Let's go on. I think this is my last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather the MCU reboot right after Secret Wars is done, or it keeps going forever and it never reboots? So
Easily
it's like
reboot.
continuity.
Easily reboot.
When is Secret Wars again? Is it 28?
It's
By reboot, that means just like obviously they'd recast Iron Man, they recast
yeah,
everyone right.
which I think that's already what they're doing after Secret Wars. From my understanding, I thought X-Men was going to be the next project after Secret Wars, and they were going to recast the whole X-Men.
Reboot, but they can do it differently. Is what I would want. Like you can't just.
Yeah, I don't want
have-
them to retell the same story, obviously,
Yeah.
but
Like, well, you have to focus on different characters for sure. Like, I want X-Men to be more involved. I mean,
I think what they're doing. I don't know if this is like spoilers for you or anything.
I don't know.
Like what they're going to do is. Do you not want to hear that?
I don't care. It's whatever.
Are you
say
sure?
it.
Because we don't have to.
nothing
Why
of what
do
I
we
said was
close?
confirmed. That's like speculation.
No,
I
that's
think
all.
people
Well,
have
there's
had.
something that Feige has come out and said
Okay.
about what is going to be the plan after Secret Wars.
There's going to be an incursion and everything's going to blow up.
I'll just tell you after, or tell him after. But yeah, I feel like that probably is. You just pick the reboot.
I think you gotta do the reboot. It would get
I'd rather
so
do that.
stale.
Yeah,
Like
it would just get
20
yeah.
years from now, if they're still referencing Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, I'd be like, bro.
If they'd eventually just
I mean, I
run
don't know.
out of
That
stuff.
that might be fine. But if they're referencing like the
don't know,
Incredible
man.
Hulk or something like
If
that,
they were still referencing Iron Man 20 years later, I would be like, dude.
yeah. I
Yeah.
might hit a point. You're right.
It would just hit a point where you're like, bro, we've repeated the same
I mean, it's
thing
been
over
almost
and over
20
again.
years.
I should have
since
made
it
that
first
one
came
better.
out.
Yeah, but I don't need another 20 years. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
Yeah, I should have said something like,
I don't know. Captain America.
but when it reboots, it destroys like all the past MCU.
Well, then no, I would not.
yeah.
But then it would get to a point where like movies just continuously suck forever. But
Yeah.
you'd still have.
I would rather do that though. I'd rather just keep
You'd
what
have
we
to,
already had.
You'd relive
and
the
destroy
glory days.
it.
You'd be able to rewatch movies.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd
Yeah.
rather do that.
All right.
We're done. I
Like it.
think. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us on another edition of the Night Watch podcast. Go ahead and drop your favorite Avatar character.
Also,
Yeah.
tell us
In
if
the
you think
comments.
Clayface is gonna be the best movie.
Yeah,
let's call it.
Tell us that Nick is wrong.
Yeah, or just tell us that Nick's an idiot.
Bro, you guys are off my head.
All right, so yeah, next week actually be a pretty big episode. We're gonna be doing season 2 of Avatar. Me and Nick will be covering Spider Noir season 1, and then also I'm pretty sure it's Masters of the Universe too, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll be reviewing Masters of the Universe, so probably a decently long episode next week. So be on the lookout for that.
Mhm.
Anything else from you guys?
Nope. Clayface. Hopefully, it's the best movie so I can prove them wrong. Yeah. That's all I got.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.